Swaddy Krap and welcome to a very wet Thaiger today. Lots of news to report, so let's get stuck into it. 3 awful drowning tragedies in the past 24 hours. A 4-year-old Chinese boy, Wu Muyang, was taken to hospital from Patong Beach late last night after being washed into the rough seas by a big wave. He was taken to Patong Hospital but died late last night. And at about 8 p.m. last night, another 2 Chinese tourists also drowned at Naihan Beach. The Rawai Municipality rescue team took the bodies to Dibuk Hospital. A landslide at a construction of a 9-pool villa complex in Kamala after heavy rains overnight and this morning. The landslide appears to have happened near Ban Hua Kwan in Kamala. Only the foundations and 1 floor were completed when it collapsed with the landslide. No injuries reported, according to Kamala Police. It looks like the island long-awaited tunnel through Patong Hill might actually be becoming a reality. An environmental impact study is currently being completed. The report says that if it passes the EIA, it'll be subject to government approval before being tendered out for contract bidders. Sutisak Watanawanit, the acting president of the Expressway Authority of Thailand, says the Katu to Patong Road is soon expected to be open for bidding. The Daily News reports that the contractor will be selected by the end of 2017 and the work's set to begin sometime around April-May next year. Let's not get too excited until we see some guys with spades starting to dig the hole. There's certainly been a lot of rain around Phuket this morning, but Vietnam is currently being battered along its east coast after tens of thousands of people were told to evacuate central coastal areas, with Typhoon Doksuri now moving inland. Officials say the storm could be the most powerful in a decade. The storm is lashing 4 central provinces with heavy rain and winds up to 155 kilometres an hour. Disaster management officials say it will be the worst storm to hit Vietnam in 10 years. Well, it's happening starting tomorrow. Thai nationals don't need to fill out the TM6 Immigration Form when leaving or returning to Thailand. But don't get too excited. Foreigners are still going to have to fill in the TM6 Immigration Forms, although the new forms are being simplified. Immigration points are just running down the current stock of the old forms before they introduce the new ones. And a familiar pattern of bomb attacks has left 2 soldiers dead and injured 17 others in the southernmost province of Yala, a day after a joint working group for peace talks failed to reach common ground in the south. The violence started yesterday morning when police received a call reporting a roadside explosion in a villa in Yala's Kabang district. No one was hurt in that incident. But 40 minutes later, military rangers were travelling to the scene on the road between Yala and Kabang districts when another bomb hidden along the roadside went off, injuring 2 security personnel. More soldiers were deployed to look for the suspected militants when at 10 a.m. a 3rd bomb went off, this time injuring more than a dozen soldiers, 2 of whom later died in hospital. To today's weather. Well, do you want the bad news or the really bad news? 100% chance of rain today, don't you know? And tomorrow they're saying much the same, a 100% chance of rain and only a top of 29 degrees. Well, we've got a wet weekend coming up. Don't forget the big beach clean tomorrow right around Phuket. You might need to take an umbrella, but it's certainly worth getting involved in. Stay dry over the weekend, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday.